Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beat the Book. I am your boy BigAL Bettor, joined as always by my partner in crime,
MattyBets, baby. Come on, come on.
MattyBets. How are you, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you doing today?
I am doing fantastic. Can't wait to jump into this Sunday slate of games. We got a bunch of parlays in here for you. We got some picks for you. Guys, if you're new to the channel, the way we do it, Matt picks 5 games. I pick 5 games. We both bring them together, and then we mind meld, and we pick our 3 favorite amongst those 10 games that we want to add as our lock of the weeks. So Matt's going to give me 5 games. I'm going to give him my 5 games. And then between those 10, we're going to pick 3 to give to you guys as our locks of the weeks, our favorite bets of the week. And then after that, we're going to jump into some touchdown score parlays. Normally we have prop parlays, but this week's been a little crazy. We got a sister getting married. So we're just doing touchdown score parlays. We made 2 of them. Matt's going to give you a minimum of 4 players up to a maximum of 6. I'm going to do the same thing. They're going to pay a ton of money if they hit. And then we're going to give you our favorite touchdown scores of the week, and that's pretty much going to be the video. So without further ado, Matt, did I miss anything?
No, you didn't. I just wanted to, jump back onto that
Clarify?
what you were saying. Yeah, it's a real meeting of the minds too, because we don't talk about these picks before we jump on here. So, for Thursday night, Monday night, Sunday night, we'll have little discussions here and there. We do talk quite often, but for the Sunday slate of games, the spreads that we're taking, we don't talk about it at all until we get in here, start recording. Like, he hasn't heard any of mine, I haven't heard any of his. We really just we really want to focus in, hey, take your best 5 picks this week that you like the most, whether it be an over, whether it be a spread. Let's really come together, take these 5 games and be okay, where are we at? And then we take the best 3, like you said, out of 10 games.
Yep.
It dwindles it down to the 3 best picks. And last week we went 2 of 3 on those best picks. So obviously you won money if you listen to us. Won 2, lost 1. We're gonna try to go 3 for 3 this week. And then we also last week we don't know if we're gonna be doing this every week, but we gave some honorable mentions, the ones that we did like, but we're not gonna throw them there as our locks just because it's we're not trying to go overboard with how many picks. We want it to be very down to very tight knit, and just hey, these are the ones that we're actually going to sign our names on. Hey, this is what you can take to the bank, go and bet. We're betting, all that. But then we had the honorable mentions, and I'm pretty sure we had 2 of them, and I'm pretty sure both of them hit. So if you're taking that into consideration, that's 4 for 5. We'll take that all day. But the 3 are the main ones that we really want to focus on, and just let you guys know we take our time with these, and we feel really good about them, and then we agree on them as well.
And obviously it's gambling, so nothing's guaranteed. So we're not guaranteeing these picks, but there are locks of the week. We're going to go to the book. We're going to lay the money, and these are the ones we feel the best about. So with that being said, Matt, why don't you give me your 5, and then I'll give you my 5, and we'll talk about them and see where we're at.
All right, cool. Like I was telling you before, I was I don't know what your picks are, but I think we're going to agree on a lot of the ones this week just because the spreads are kind of ridiculous, in my opinion. A couple of them are, at least.
There are a lot of crazy ones, absolutely.
So my first one I think is the most ridiculous one of all, and we're going Tampa Bay at Detroit. We got Detroit. They're getting a lot of love from the media, like they should. They always do. Okay. They're 7.5-point favorites. You're going to give me a whole touchdown on the Bucks, Baker Mayfield. Dude, I'll take that all day. Baker Mayfield's a dog. So that's one of my locks of the week. It's plus 7.5. I love it. Over under 51.5. Not touching it. But I like the Bucks at plus 7.5 to cover and only lose by a touchdown at the worst.
Okay.
Next we got.
I did not expect you to have that one in there.
No. Okay. Well, there we go. We'll figure out when we get to your picks if you agree with me on that one or not. Next one we're doing Browns at Jags.
Okay.
Browns, said it before, great defense, terrible offense. Jags are at home. Give me the Jags minus 3. It's a 3-point spread. Yeah, the Jags are going to win by a field goal.
Really?
Give me the Jags minus 3, dude. We saw the Browns last week, and that offense is horrific. And the defense didn't look as good as I thought it was going to be
this year. They played
this
Dallas, though.
Yeah, but, you were the one saying it all week. Oh, dude, Dallas Saints isn't going to win this game. The Browns are going to destroy them. The defense is too tough. I don't want to hear it from you. Moving on. We're going, over-under for that is 41.5. Not touching it.
Okay.
Next, we're going Jets at Titans. We got the Jets. They're minus 3.5. They're favorites on the road. Give me Aaron Rodgers to win by a touchdown. We saw the Titans last week. Didn't look great. There's a reason the Jets are 3.5-point favorites on the road. So give me the Jets there. Over-under for that's 40.5. Still, I'm not touching it. Next, we got Giants at Commanders. This is just insulting to Commanders fans. I'm sorry. If you're a Commanders fan, I feel sorry for you because you guys are only 1.5-point favorites at home. 1.5-point favorites against the... I don't want to insult fans or anything like that, but we'll just say the not-so-good Giants. Okay, the not so
Sure.
strong Giants.
Arguably the worst team in the league.
Maybe the not so
Giants.
tall Giants. Maybe we start coining that. I need to put that on a shirt. The not so tall New York Giants. Yeah, I'm going with -1.5 all day for the Commanders. Next and last one, we got Rams at Cardinals. Cardinals are 1.5 point favorites, just like the Commanders Giants. I think the Rams are a better team than the Cardinals. Give me the Rams to go in there and win. We're taking the Rams +1.5. You're gonna give me points for the Rams on the road? Like, yeah, I'll take Stafford and Cooper Kupp all day. Give me another 22 targets for Cooper Kupp.
Why do you think it's a pick'em?
Here we go. Because the book knows. The book knows that the Cardinals fans are going to be betting on their own team. That's why.
You think that's what it is?
And Puka's not there. Oh, big whoop, dude. Cooper Kupp had 22 targets. Watch him get 25 in this game and go for nuclear for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals got beat by the Bills.
Yep.
And they looked good early,
Mm-hmm.
but they didn't look good late. So I'm confused as to why that one's a pick'em. I guess it's because both teams lost, but the Rams went to overtime against the Lions team that's been super hyped all season long, like all off season long. So that one kind of shocks me. I'm interested in those picks, Matt. I did not see you coming in with the Jags. I did not. The Jets one doesn't necessarily surprise me. In our Jets breakdown video, we gave them quite a few wins, so that doesn't shock me. Commanders at -1.5. I didn't see that. DraftKings has them at -2, but
okay.
We'll jump into my picks. I like the Chargers -6. I also had the Bucks at +7.5.
Yes.
I've got over 40.5 points in the Colts Packers game.
Okay.
I think that one's going to be pretty high scoring. I also have the Jets at -3.5. I think they're going to bounce back in a big way against the Titans. And then I've got the Steelers -2.5, which was one of my darling picks from last week that we didn't end up using.
Okay.
The Steelers are on the road against the Broncos. I think we saw from Pittsburgh that defense is still that defense. Justin Fields as the quarterback, he's going to start again. He should only get better with more starts, more reps.
For sure.
And the Broncos played the Seahawks and got smoked. So, I mean, the end score was close, but I don't see Pittsburgh's defense is way better than Seattle's, in my opinion.
Yeah, for sure. I mean,
and it's a rookie quarterback against Mike Tomlin's defense and TJ Watt. I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah, that Broncos game was interesting. The Broncos-Seattle game. It was just really.
It was
really slow to begin. A lot of mistakes by both
Correct.
teams, and I see the Broncos probably still making those mistakes going into week 2. So I actually don't mind that pick at all. I like that a lot.
Okay, so we agree on Tampa Bay. We've got that. The Bucks +7.5. It just seems like a lock. Baker looked good. I mean, and we get a whole touchdown.
And we get
it. Detroit looked really good as well.
Yep.
But Baker and the boys were cooking.
Exactly.
And they've taken that division 3 straight seasons. So they're going to be a tough out this year. So if you're going to give me over a touchdown and even get the hook, we have to take that.
Yeah, for sure.
Then we're on the Jets -3.5.
Mm-hmm.
That also feels really, really good. And then we just have to make a decision on these other 6. So you've got the Jags -3, Commanders -1.5, Rams +1. And then I've got Steelers -2.5, the over on the Colts-Packers game, which is 40.5 on DraftKings, and then Chargers -6.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna jump ship and take one of yours. And I don't normally do this because I'm more of a spreads type of guy, not really over unders. But I really do like that Packers Colts over. We saw what the Packers are. Last week they actually played really good against the freaking. Oh, I'm blanking on the name. The Eagles, yeah.
Eagles.
And the Colts looked really good against the Texans too, which everybody raves about. The Texans are going to the Super Bowl. So give me both those teams in a shootout. And we don't even know, like, Jordan Love might be playing, might not be playing. Like, we're not sure about that yet. But even with, who's the backup? Willis?
Malik Willis, who was a Tennessee Titan. Yep.
Yeah, give me Malik Willis back there just to sling the rock, just like Richardson's going to be doing. Give me a lot of points in that game. For sure. I think we should take that one for sure.
Okay, so take the Colts, Packers over.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys heard it here first. So our locks of the week are Tampa Bay +7.5, Jets -3.5 at Tennessee, and then over 40.5 on the Colts Packers game.
Yep.
Those are your beat the book locks of the week.
Lock them in, baby. Go bet them and make some money.
Them in. And then Matt, how would you feel about parlaying all our picks together into a parlay? Just throw a unit on it.
Just throw a unit on all of them? What's the payout look on something like that?
We brought 10 picks into the frame, right? 5 and 5. We agreed on 2, and then so that leaves us with 6 more,
Yeah,
8 more,
8 more.
6 more.
It'd be 8 more if we agreed on 2.
It's 6 more because we take 2 out of each column, so
Oh,
6
that's right.
more.
Yeah, so 6 more bets.
Right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah. So you take those 3, and then you add in Commanders minus 1.5, Rams plus the 1, Steelers minus the 2.5, Chargers minus the 6, and then Jags minus the 3.
Okay. I like all of those picks. I'm actually going to go back on one of mine and say Jags minus 3. It seems like a straight up bet. Like, oh, yeah, the Jags actually look pretty good. Browns look terrible. Now,
Right.
I don't want to overreact too much to the Browns' first week. And I feel like I did that when I was making these. And I don't want to say that their defense is written off. Like, their defense, we could, like, I don't think it would surprise anybody if the Browns' defense has 2 touchdowns next week or this
Okay.
week. Like, I don't think we'd be surprised. So I think it's a little too early for me to just like rule out the Browns. And Deshaun Watson's
Okay.
first game back, he was injured last year. He hasn't played in a while. I'll give him a second week to show me what the team's like. If they suck again this week, then yeah, I'll take the Browns. I'll take the team playing against the
Okay.
Browns
So
every week.
take the Jags out of it.
Yeah, take the Jags and Browns out of there. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so if you do that, it's a 7-pick parlay, and you're just betting the spreads with the one over under. And if you throw, let's just say $10 for a unit,
Mm-hmm.
throw $10 on there, that's gonna pay out plus 17. It's plus 9,000.
Okay.
So $920 off your 10.
Yeah, I like that.
That's not too bad considering I feel like this thing probably hits. I mean, I like all those picks
I mean,
quite
it'd
a
be
bit.
awesome if it did hit, and then it's like, okay, every week we're coming back. Like, we're doing this every week. For sure. But at the same time, too, like with a payout that big, you don't even have to use a full unit if you didn't want to. You could go to the books, do
Sure,
a
half
half a
unit,
unit.
quarter
You could,
unit.
yeah, a quarter unit would even be fine too because you're still going to make all that money back. Like, obviously, you'll regret it if you do put a fourth of a unit on there, a quarter, and then you're doing, you could have done a full one and it does hit. And then you're like, dang, I could have, 4 times my money if I just trusted them. But
Right.
yeah, that's
Right.
not a lock of the week for us, but that's something that we will probably both most likely do. Because we do like our
I'm
picks this week a lot.
I like the picks you came with, and like you said, your Jags take after looking at it, that does make sense. That you're like, okay, maybe we overreacted to the Browns playing the Cowboys, who are a playoff team and are really, really good.
Yeah.
Um, but
Hmm.
I mean, I liked all those picks. But
Yeah.
yeah, Bucks plus the 7.5, Jets minus 3.5, and the over on the Colts Packers. Those are our locks. Those are. I mean, I think we go 3 for 3.
I think we go
That's
three
the
for
hope.
three, and
Every
then
single week. Every single week.
we've missed one last week,
Then we'll
so
have missed 1 of 6, which would be really nice.
it'd
Yeah,
be
for
awesome.
sure, for sure.
Hmm.
Okay, let's jump into touchdown scores, Matt. You've got a couple parlays for us.
I do indeed. Let's go for
I
it.
also have a couple.
I got five. I got 2 5 touchdown score parlays. We said 3 to 6 touchdown scores. I don't like to do 3 touchdown scores when we're doing this kind of stuff because it doesn't pay out. Like, it's not the big boom that you want, especially if you take a couple
Sure.
favorites in there. I try not to do that when I'm doing touchdown parlays. I like to do, if I'm going to take 3 guys, I'm taking like 3, like plus 200, plus 400 guys, somewhere around there. But we're going to do 5 each on both of my parlays, and we're going to start it off. First one, we got Brian Thomas Jr. for the Jags, plus 200, anytime touchdown score. Had one last week, looked great, running around all over the place. He is the Jags rookie. Next, we got Alvin Kamara. I mean, he showed us last week. He got a
That's
touchdown.
pretty good.
It's Kamara. Like, everybody didn't even talk about him this offseason. He just came back, got a touchdown, did his thing. It's just what he does.
Okay.
Talking about somebody who just does what he does every single week, Mike Evans. Throw him on there, too. He's still plus money. I don't know when they're ever going to make Mike Evans minus money, but they're not doing it this week, and I'm jumping all over it. Next, we got Devontae
Really?
Adams for the Raiders. Devontae Adams, best weapon there, and I mean, the Raiders didn't have a great showing last week, if I'm not mistaken.
No, they
So,
sucked.
yeah, give me a little bounce back this week for Gardner Minshew and the boys over there.
Okay.
And then last one, we're taking another one. This one hit for us last week, and I think it's going to hit again. Jonathan Taylor against the Green Bay Packers. We're taking him anytime touchdown there, too. All these guys are plus
What's
money.
the payout look on that?
All of them are plus money, so the payout's at plus 9,100. So, just like that other parlay that we were going to do for all the spreads, like in the over-unders, like, do the same thing here. You can do plus, 9,100.
Does it not scare you that Mike Evans just had 2? You don't think he'll have a drop-off game where he just doesn't score any and it's Godwin's turn to kind of get involved?
They're playing against the Lions. That's all I'm going to say. They're playing against the Lions. You got to score points.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
I'll see the running back. I'll see both receivers and maybe even the tight end too. Why not?
That young Lions secondary looked pretty aggressive.
Yeah, they looked pretty aggressive, but they couldn't stop Cooper Kupp.
I mean, nobody really stops Cooper Kupp, though.
Nobody really stops Mike Evans from having 100 yards and 1,000 yards every year, so give it to me.
Fair point.
He's
fair
bigger than
point.
you. He'll beat you up. He'll bully you. I'll just jump into my second one, too, right here, since we're here. We got Garrett Wilson for the Jets, plus 165. We got Jaden Daniels,
Love that.
quarterback for the Commanders. He had 2 last week. He is everything that I thought he was going to be. High hopes for the kid. He's going to do it again this week. Let's get back in the end zone. Plus 110 there. We got Cooper Kupp. He is minus money now that Puka is injured. So,
Yep.
and the fact that he had 22 targets last week, which is just insane and unheard of. But we're going to take him again. If you're playing PPR and fantasy, he has to be just a league winner
He
right
has
now.
to be a murderer.
I think he had 22 targets and 18 receptions. Like, he broke fantasy last week. So we'll see if that continues.
Awesome.
The books know it, too. That's why he's at minus money now. Then next I got Josh Jacobs for the Packers, plus 105.
Okay.
We saw Joe Mixon run all over the Colts, so give me Josh Jacobs, do the same thing on the Colts, get in the end zone. Maybe not as big of a game, but, definitely a touchdown.
Maybe a bigger game.
And then we got Kenneth Walker, too. Tried and true. He's the guy over there in Seattle. And, yeah, I'll take Kenneth Walker on that one, too. That one's not as high. That one's plus 4,400. So about half of what the other one is. But you're taking guys that are a little bit more for sure.
Sure. I love the Garrett Wilson pick just because he didn't have one against San Fran, and now they get to go in and play this Titans team that looks absolutely terrible.
Yeah, this Titans team is not the Niners. That's for sure, to say the least.
And so, I think that's actually it. Like, it sucks for the Jets to have to go in and play that tough of a team, but now any team you play after that is going to feel much easier.
Yeah, definitely.
And you don't just get any team; you get like a team that is going to they're going to be last in their division.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though they did look promising. They looked promising. I thought they were going to win that game. I was like, yes, the Bears are going to start with an L. It's going to be great.
Yep.
Did not happen.
No, that Bears defense is something real. And I'm excited to watch them play again.
You take that into account, too, right? The Bears defense, really, really good. Jets defense also supposed to be really, really good. How many takeaways are they going to get from Will Levis?
I mean, that might be a touchdown score that you throw on there at the book. And they're probably last week they were plus 5 or 600, so they're probably going to be the same this week.
Yeah, I don't. That's
that might. I mean, hey, I like the sneaky pick there. I like that.
I'm looking right now.
That's not even
plus
your touchdown parlay. Yep,
plus
told
550.
you. Dude, I'm so good
it's
at
not
this.
Even in there.
I'm so good at this.
That's not a bad one. Yeah, you did give out Lazard last week. I guess I technically gave out Lazard, but you brought Lazard to the table.
I brought Lazard in the defense, and you said Lazard. I bet on Lazard. You did not, and I won money on Lazard.
I did not. No,
so.
I said if you were gonna take a flyer, I wasn't trying.
And I said you're here first. You got to take him.
And then he had two. And then he had two.
Yeah, nobody took him for two, but
nobody took him for two. But if you did, hey, congrats. You're probably on a yacht somewhere.
Yeah, probably.
Alrighty, let's hop into mine. So I got two also. In my first one, I've got Pacheco, anytime touchdown.
Didn't even think about him.
Adams.
That's crazy.
Devontae Adams, anytime touchdown.
Yep, love it.
I've got Kenneth Walker, anytime touchdown. Josh Jacobs, anytime touchdown.
Yep.
And I threw in Garrett Wilson, anytime touchdown.
Lord, dude, is your other one just gonna be copying mine too? Like you had Pacheco in there, so you'll have one new one.
My other one's way different.
Okay. I do like
and
the
once again, guys, we make these separately, so we're not like cross-referencing with each other. So the only person I added in here that you didn't was Pacheco.
Yep.
But those other four you have across both.
Yeah, you'll have to send me that one off air and.
This one's plus 7,100.
Love that.
7,123, and I feel like it probably hits. My second one, I like this one slightly better.
Okay.
I've got Aaron Jones.
Okay.
I've got Ramondre Stevenson. I've got Jonathan Taylor, so kind of heavy on the running backs. I've got Rashid Shaheed. He's somehow plus 210 on DraftKings.
That's insane.
I know the Saints. Who are the Saints playing? They're playing. Playing somebody. They're playing the Cowboys, so maybe that's why.
That could be.
I mean, he's still going to get open, and he still has a good shot to get in the end zone. And then my last pick's Brian Robinson Jr. for the Commanders.
Yep.
At plus 150.
Yeah, I like that. I know why he's plus money too, because he would be favorited. He's plus money because they have Jaden Daniels, who might run in 2 touchdowns. So.
Right. But B-Rob did get he got a touchdown last week, so.
Yeah, I mean, and B-Rob, it's like he's not just going to be like, oh, it's the goal line, let's give it to him. It's going to be like, no, he's going to score from 15 yards out.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite running backs.
No, I know.
He just consistently gets touches, gets yards.
Last year, this guy just nonstop gushing about, oh my gosh, it's Brian Robinson.
I traded for him too, like late in the season, or kind of midway through the season. Then I had B-Rob and Kenneth Walker, and just ran right to the playoffs.
Yeah, I like those picks a lot, though.
Those are mine. I feel pretty good about both of them. I'll probably be betting them. And I like yours, too. Your plus 4,400 one's pretty solid. The only one I don't like in there is Jaden Williams, personally.
Jaden Daniels.
Jaden Daniels, yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Williams. Okay, this guy, yeah, he's a football fan for sure. Guy doesn't know talent if it hit him in the face.
Sorry, he's a rookie. He's not even really on the me. But I know you're really into him. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, guys, that is our Sunday slate bets. You've got your lock'ems, you've got your touchdown score parlays. Matt, did you want to throw in just any like one-off bets you'll be making on Sunday for touchdown scores? Give me like 3 or 4 players that you think are like
I'll give you
you're gonna be
3.
just
I'm
playing
gonna
them
I'm gonna
solo
go
dolo.
I'm gonna go based on what I already have written down. The 3 that I do like, because obviously for a touchdown score, you're putting money onto it. You don't really
Sure.
you want to get a return and a decent one. So I really do like Brian Thomas Jr. They're playing against the Browns. I guess that's why he's probably plus 200. But we saw him play
Okay.
last week. He was really good, really explosive. I like that kid a lot. Also, Devontae Adams didn't have one last week. Like,
Yep.
give the Raiders some time. Okay, give Gardner Minshew. I trust him. He was a Colts quarterback last year. Y'all know I'm a Colts fan. Give
Yep.
Gardner Minshew some time to learn Devontae Adams, learn the route running, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, I think he scores this week too. I mean, that Devontae is plus 240. You got Brian Thomas at plus 200, and then
Yep.
like you said, like we both like this pick a lot. Garrett Wilson plus 165. It seems like easy. They're playing against the Titans.
And I think if Rodgers is going to be dealing, which I think he will be this week after getting back in the flow of things, he really wants to get Garrett Wilson involved. He loves the kid. So I think he's going to want to try to get on the rock. You said plus 160?
Plus 165.
165. And that's on FanDuel or is that on DraftKings?
That's on FanDuel.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right on. I've got 3 also. Since you threw 3 in there, I'll give you 3. I like Ramondre again. He was like the bright spot for New England, so I think they're just going to try to feed him the rock
What
and
are his
get the
odds?
O-line pushing. It's plus 115, so it's not a crazy one.
Yeah. Okay.
It's just a solid one. I'm going to also throw in Devontae because I think it's great, and I also love Garrett Wilson. Honorable mention, I'm just going to throw in Josh Jacobs for the exact reason you said. Like, Saquon, or not Saquon, but Joe Mixon ran all over you guys.
Yep.
So I think Josh Jacobs finds the end zone, and especially if Love doesn't play.
If Love doesn't
If
play,
Love
they're going to
doesn't
rely
play,
heavy on that
look
run.
for Jacobs to just rip it all day long. And he started slow in that Eagles game, but that Eagles front is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
and like we said, we normally do touchdown. We'll do a touchdown parlay. We'll also do a mixed like touchdown and prop parlay, and then also like just a regular prop parlay. So only reason this week we're not doing that, it's earlier in the week. We can't really get to the props as of right now. Like Al said earlier, we got our sister's wedding coming up, so just a lot of things. I'm traveling back to Washington. Like it's hectic this week. So moving forward, we'll have those 3 parlays for you guys every single week, but this week we're just doing something a little different. We'll see if you guys like it. If you guys don't, let us know in the comments. You know, if you guys want the other ones back. Obviously, like I just said, they are coming back. But if you guys like the touchdowns too, we can always throw in 2 full touchdown parlays too. If you guys like playing it like I do, I know that I love the touchdown parlays. So let us know in the comments. You know, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Everybody tells you on every video you watch, so we'll do it too. Why not? Why be different when you can be the same? It works for everybody else. So, but yeah.
Allegedly.
Other than that, you know, safe travels to me, I guess, and yeah, good luck betting, guys.
Should be a fun week. Guys, protect your bags, beat the book, and as always, you know, keep it tuned here because we got videos coming all season.
Yes, sir. All right, until then, we'll catch you guys in the next video.
Peace.